welcome to the shop. Tonight I am working on diff covers. This is the factory diff cover for a Jeep Cherokee, and it's actually a spare one that I had because I've kind of been, well, hard on them. Not as hard as some people because I'm generally pretty easy on the Jeep. But every now and then some little rock or something sneaks up there and takes a little gash out of it or bends it or something like that, mainly in the back, which we'll get to that one in a second. But so what I'm going to do now and what I'm going to show you is, well, I've already started. So this is a replacement unit from Dr. Z Fabrications. It's there's plenty of different ones out there, but this one, it happens to be a DIY kit. So it comes raw material ready to weld together. This one is not welded yet. I decided I would start recording, and actually I did record that other one, but just on time lapse. So you're going to see that here in a second. But this is what they look like when they come shipped. So you can see it's just kind of tacked together. But this is thick, and this is thin. Mostly in the back, with the 8 1/4 on the back of the Jeep, the bottom lip of the diff cover sticks out below the axle. So when you get a piece of rock or something, you drag the axle over something. Not that I've ever done that. It tends to grab the lip and peel it off, and I've done that several times. All right, I just admitted it. So tonight we're going to weld this one up. Last night I welded this one up, so I'm going to start showing you this, and then I'm going to do that one.
Well, as I finish up the front diff cover here, I took a couple of pictures of it. I was kind of happy. It switched over the next day. I recorded the intro and I went right to town on the rear diff cover. But I use this as an exercise to try to practice and get better at using the TIG torch. It's not something that I have a whole lot of experience with. Most of my stuff is done with MIG, and so I was using this as a practice, as a way of making myself do it. And so I can get better at it. And I forgot some basic rules of welding metal. Don't overheat it. So what you'll notice, I mean, I don't know if you'll notice it, I'm sure some of you will, but I didn't pause long enough for this diff cover, the rear one here that I'm working on. I didn't give it long enough to cool off. I just kept on going. I did skip around so that it wouldn't pull unevenly. It's kind of like a good thing to do in general. But I thought I was giving myself a good amount of time between welds, but I didn't. And I just kept welding. I flipped it over and I kept welding, and what ended up happening is it pulled and warped the mating surface. I haven't worked out exactly what I'm going to do with that yet. I'm either going to take it over to a machine shop and have the surface ground down so that it's flat, or I might just try to bolt it onto the back of the Jeep and see if it'll hold, put some extra sealer in there or something. The other thing that happened, and it got really frustrating here, it's coming up right about, I think we got one more weld here. I'm going to slip the other side, and then right in here somewhere, I accidentally dipped hot filler rod into my arm, and then I kept using it. So what you're seeing right there is me trying to figure out why my weld is absolutely porous. I thought it was a bad gas, I thought it was bad tungsten, but it was not. It was bad filler rod that I had burnt. I had a burn mark on my arm, and I never took the dead skin off of the filler rod. So with those two things, I gave up on the project, and I didn't really finish it yet. But we'll get it done. Here's a little clip of the section that I had to repair. But that's it for tonight. Thanks for stopping out and sharing in my misery. Hopefully on an upcoming video we'll solve the warping problem and get these guys installed. Hope you found it was entertaining. Like and subscribe, share if you'd like. We'll see you on the next one.